Oh my god, my hair is a mess. Hey folks, I got my hairs cut yesterday. So they're missing. Missing in action. I hope everybody can hear me and see me. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long week. Very long week. The longest 4-day week that I've ever had in my life. But yeah, I'm doing well. The week is over. Weekend's almost over. I mean, it's still 10 o'clock where I'm at. So, not even 10 o'clock yet. I started about 8 minutes early. But I've been up since 4. So, it's kind of the thing we got going on here. Yeah, so as you guys may have seen, the latest update that I've had on my channel has been um, just kind of like the YouTube reboot. I'm slowly working on things, working on another video that is probably gonna take me at least a month to work on, from basic concept to video to edit to final upload. It's going to be a mess because already this morning I was working on it and I was already running into some hiccups, and I'm like, "Ugh, why?" But that's how the creative process goes. So that's how it happens. But thankfully, I have my creative mojo back. Yeah, so that's kind of like the big thing that I'm working on. As for like short form content, I'm not entirely sure what else to do at the moment. I mean, I've been brainstorming a couple things. There's like, have a notebook filled with stuff that's just, you know, um, like just ideas for this month and then possibly for next month. So like I have ideas and I know how to work on them. I just have to make them happen. And it smells like pumpkin pie in here because I got some brand new essential oils a couple days ago. So it smells like pumpkin pie. Just don't eat pumpkin pie in the dark. Don't do it. Yeah, so I'm a little bit tired today, but it's okay because that is what naps are for. um, yeah, I tried to get this out early enough to people, but it doesn't look like people are here. I mean, but my timing's bad because it's a Sunday, so everybody's probably at their respective churches. So, or they're, somewhere else entirely doing things. I'm sorry if you're hearing people. I'm not alone. But yeah, and then the other thing that I managed to get to a couple days ago was this. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It lights up too. Let's see. Ooh. It like dwarfs my whole entire face. Yeah. So yeah. It's the newest addition to the room, I guess. And the sunlight is like right in that window, so I'm gonna look paler than usual. So yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. September's been off to a very tricky start so far. There's been a couple of family things that I was going through. I mean, I probably could have done my chat yesterday, but I wanted to make sure that everybody was okay before I even decided to do anything. And plus, the haircut, I had to attend to that, so that took a little bit of my time. And of course, laundry. There's still that basket of laundry that I have to fold and put away. Fun stuff. So yeah, I took most of Saturday just being really cool, calm, collected. Didn't do much other than sit on my bum and drink copious amounts of coffee, which I probably, as one does. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And, like, I've been looking for ideas, I'm looking for suggestions. I guess the latest one that I put out, my reaction to Blame It on the Boogie has been doing significantly well. But I have also found an extension for YouTube pages where I can hide the viewership, I can hide the comment rating, and I can also hide the likes, which I think is brilliant. And I appreciate the person who decided to make a Chrome extension just for that reason, because I am the type of person that will fall into the crux of looking at what of how it's performing and how the algorithm has found it to perform, and then that just shuts off my creativity entirely. So as long as I have that up, it doesn't show me the likes, it doesn't show me the viewer count, it doesn't show me, how many subscribers, even though I know how many subscribers I have. I'm almost at 490, you guys. I am so happy about that. I'm 2 subscribers away from 490. So that is fantastic. I never thought in a million years that that would be a possibility. Um, yeah, and like, that's basically it, and, like, also, like, I think I've linked everything from the channel to Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Blue Sky, what have you. I think I'm all connected there, and I'm just trying to revamp my bio, and it's kind of hard to do, and I'm also looking on the banner too, because I use Canva for my banners, but, however, um, the one that I wanted to use and really upload, it wouldn't fit into the tiny little box that's like, "Oh, you can see this on all devices." So it was like, now I have to go back and I have to resize the whole thing and just redesign it entirely and, like, have to look at it like this because it's so tiny. So it's like, it's so aggravating, but I remember that that's what I had to do the last time before. But yeah, the new profile picture, hopefully you guys like that one. I've heard a lot of people were giving me comments on it on Facebook. So very happy with that. That took me forever just to take one picture, you guys. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous just being able to, just to take one picture of myself. Because I'm not that photogenic. I'm really not. Like, even sitting here in front of this camera, I'm like slop. So, but yeah, I had my coffee this morning. I was gonna have a second cup, but then I was like, nah, I'll wait until later probably. Or maybe I might not, because it is Sunday, and I try just to go like 1 cup of coffee per Sunday, because by the time the nighttime comes, then it's like I want to be sleeping, and I want to sleep well. So that's all another thing as well. But yeah, I'm like in full autumn mode right now. I'm wearing long sleeves under this, as you can tell. I probably have worn this sweater like in almost every single live chat that I have done. It's one of my favorite sweaters. I can't, I can't let it go because it's big, it's comfy, it's warm. It does all the stuff that I need it to do. The heated blanket, I got it on the bed over there. As you can tell. Where am I trying to go here? Here, right there. Looks like I'm hitchhiking. But yeah, that's been that. It's been so cold in here. Like, it got down to where it was freezing last night, so it was like, gotta be careful. Oh, just got a text message saying that my monthly charge for my blah 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 is gonna be charged or applied to my account. So it's like, okay, take my money, whatever. Yeah, like, I mean, I've just been working on things, and I've just been working at work. So, just been doing the same old thing. I've recently have been gotten into the habit of waking up at 4 a.m. even on my weekends. I know, it sounds crazy, um, like I explained in the other video that, but it's like when I need to get work done and I have ideas, I can just work on it, and I'm not disturbed with anything, and there's no distraction that's going to happen. Um, but right now, like I said, I've been hitting a couple of hiccups that I've just been like, oh no, like don't do this. Because it's like then I have to go back and I have to like rewatch everything. And then it's like, oh, and then it's like I can't add in what I want to add in because it's like it'll like because I can't necessarily lock all the clips into one place. And then it's like once I add something, it moves everything off to the side and then out of sync with what I want to get done. So I'm like, no. So I just decided I was like, okay, I'm just going to focus on the audio first. And, the audio might take some time because I have to compile everything. And then I'll have to go back and add pictures and video and all of that. And then even at the intro is great. I am so happy about the intro. Margaret's here. Hello, Margaret. Hello. But yeah, that's kind of pretty much where I'm at. Like the intro is great. I love the intro. There's going to be a couple pictures that I'm going to have to probably relook for because the ones that I currently have, they're like stock footage and they're like teeny tiny. So then they're like super they're like super blurry and super pixelated. So it's like, that doesn't look good at all. So I'll have to go back and look at that. Long time no see. Hope you're better now. Yes, I'm much better. Way better. More than I have been all week. Yeah, Friday was stressful. And I wasn't even getting the procedure done and I was stressed. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm doing better. Just hoping, that I can keep going for as long as I can with what I'm doing. And, yeah, just going on from there. And I'm trying to think. I'm like, was there anything else new that I could talk about? Huh. Like trying to think of things that I had watched recently. Oh, I can tell you. One day at a time. Yes. Yeah, I recently watched Voctiv's She Used to Be Mine cover from Waitress. Oh my god. I cried. I cried so hard. It's so good. I definitely recommend it. I mean, I recommend Voctiv anything. So, but now it's like I'm starting to wonder because it's like the one reaction vid that I did do, people seem to go crazy for it. So it's like, do I keep doing it? Do I go back to what I already know? Do I try something else? Do I, And it's like that's why I'm doing the rebrand because it's like I can't necessarily stick to like a specific brand for my channel because it like the only brand that I would say would be random and creative. So that's like the two things that I would say would sum up the channel entirely is that it's like you're not going to have anything that's like in the bounds of like one certain thing. It's going to be random and it's going to just be out there, So it's like just trying to kind of sum that all up into a bio or sum that up into a banner is tough. So, and it's like, but do I want to stray away from what I already know? And it's like, yeah, but no, because, leaving my comfort zone isn't necessarily something that I would want to do. So, I mean, once I'm already comfortable with something, I kind of want to stick with that. Jesse, you're here. You made it. You made it. You made it. You made it. I'm so happy about that. Who else is here? Let me see. Participants other than me. Let's see. Oh, just the two of us, the three of us. Well, including me, it's three, but there's only two. So, now we're at three again. That is so weird how it just goes up and down like that. It recognizes me as a participant, but it doesn't recognize me as a participant. Because it just went down to two again. So, I don't know. But, of course, I had this set up too. Like, everybody can join and everybody can see. So, whatever. But yes, that's what I've been doing. It's been a very long road with this video so far. And I'm looking at the calendar and I'm going, I really doubt that I'm going to have this done by the end of September, but I might look at something else to give you guys beforehand. At least it'll be something that'll be easy, something that'll be easy to edit, and then something that'll just be easy to get up. Because I love the challenge of doing something that's labor intensive as far as like the work of the final product. But then at the same time, it's like, why did I take this on? Because it's like it's not a good like it seemed like it was a better idea in my head than it is in the video editor. So it's like, like I was thinking for this one specifically, I was trying to look for certain things that I would be able to turn a certain theme song into a Western ballad, or at least make it sound, take that theme and turn it into the Western version of that theme. And I was like, I have no idea how to do that. And then I was like looking up like MIDI keyboards, um, just to see if I would have to buy one to see if there would be if that would help me out with, changing it up. But I'm like, I don't have a DAW. I don't have a digital audio workstation. So I'm like, I'm hooped. I'm kind of hooped in the sense of like not being able to do that. And the lighting changes. It's great. Oh, hello, Eve. How are you? Good. I keep on hitting my little stand that I have all of this on, so it's just a mess. But yeah, and then like I was kind of bummed when that idea didn't come to fruition because I was like, oh, that would make it sound so great. But then so I kept the original theme, kept it, just in the original. And then I was like, well, maybe if I get fancy with like adding pictures and then like adding like context of like what I want it to be and who I'm using it, then it'll be great. But the only thing that I'm worried about with it is because there is a lot of talk about actually I'm just going to put this in the chat instead of saying it out loud. So there is going to be a lot of talk about so yeah, those are two terms that might not go well at the end of it. I don't know, but I am putting a disclaimer in it. But yeah, like it but yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Like I have a disclaimer that I'm gonna put in it ahead of time. So then, if people are watching, it's gonna give them a chance to be like, oh, okay, this might not be for me. I'm a bow out. So that's fine. I think I might have said this before, but I would love to see small 3-minute maybe snippets of Canada or where you live. Well, take it all in. This is where I live. I mean, I basically have kind of given a room tour in one of my Saturday reset vid. Basically all it is. It's just 4 walls and a whole basket of laundry that I haven't folded yet. But I guess I could do like the vlog thing. Like, because I do go out for walks every once in a while, so I could just take you guys with me and be like, hey, this is where I go for my walks and whatnot. So yeah. Yeah, because like going back to the video that I'm working on, it had been this idea came to me last year, and I was so up to getting it done. Like I still have the audio done that I wanted to use for it, and like I had it edited, and I was ready, and I was happy, and then a certain turn of events had occurred in parts of the world that I was just kind of like, maybe too soon for that, And so then I held back on it because I was like, I want to wait until that blows over, and then yeah, like it was just like I just want to hold back on that, and just hopefully maybe hope that there's like at a calmer time, I might just be able to, put it out there and then maybe like slip under the radar. P.S. My internet connection is a little bit at the moment. No man, snowman. I meant outside. Fave places, coffee places. But then that means I would have to drive, and I don't drive much. So, but I mean, anyway, this is Canada, and we have a lot of Tim Hortons. But Tim Hortons, ugh, it's gone downhill. I would probably say Brewed Awakening is like my next favorite coffee place. Sorry I have to bow out, but I wanted to quickly pop in and say hi. Have to catch the replay. So glad you're up to making content again. Some cultural stuff interesting to someone living on the other side of the world. It's true. It's true. I will I'll go out into my backyard and find a bear. And then I will wrestle with said bear. And then that's about as Canadian as it gets. Oh boy. I think one of my cats walked into the room that they weren't supposed to be in. Oh, hang on. I got an email. Hold up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no. That hasn't happened, but it might happen. No. Okay. I have that email to answer back. So, some cultural, yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, where I live specifically, we don't really have much to go off on. Like, there's a lot of places in my province that, you could go visit. Like, we have Mineral Spa in Moose Jaw. Like we have, well, there's Alberta and, all those other places. But it's like, for where I'm at, not much to go off. Other than maple syrup. Maple syrup and coffee, basically, and mustard seed. That's about it. But yeah, so I have that email that I have to answer, so I will do that as quickly as possible. Once I'm done here, I will get to work on that. So how have you guys been doing? Any interesting things happening in your crux of the world? And like I said, I'm in full autumn mode. Because I don't know if you saw Before Eve, but it lights up too. Just like I was asked countless times if we went to school on the back of an elephant. People just don't get it. Well, like, people say for us in Canada, they think that we hunt whales. It's like, no. You do not. So. Yeah, and I'm also trying to think like what else I could share with you guys. So, okay, here's a question for you. If I was to continue the Jeff versus Coffee series, because I'm really starting to think that I want to pick that back up again, because, it just gives me an excuse to drink coffee all day. But what songs would you guys want to see? So I've already covered Turn the Page, and I've already covered Misty Mountains and Texas Hold'em. Yeah, Turn the Page, Saddle Up, Misty Mountains, and Texas Hold'em. So give me your song suggestions in the comments. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Jeff song. It could be a Voice Play song. I just went with Jeff Castellucci edition because it was like he was the first person that I covered. So yeah, I had been meaning to pick that up again, but then I got stuck with the views of like the first one that I did. And then like the second one when they like the second episode when it released, it got very poor viewership, so I was like, I don't know if I want to do that again. But I need to stop going off of that, because once I go off of that, that's when my creative that's when the creative slumps sets in. It just, you know. So okay, I need to sit better. That type of positioning was not working for me. I'm in UK, so it's all political stuff. I hate political stuff, honestly. I try not to get out of I try not to get into political talks with anybody. Because I have one person in my family who is a avid supporter of he who shall not be named in the you know where. And I have to walk away because I'm like, I know for a fact that it's going to get very heated and I'm going to disagree with everything that they say. So I just walk away and I keep to my own type of thing. Yeah. Other than watching what's going on in the US with the same expression Donkey had when he saw Duloc for the first time. Yeah. And I mean, almost every day, it's like you read something and I'm just like I'm just stuck. Like my hand is just glued to my forehead. I can't get it off, you know. But yeah, stuff in the US is just ridiculous. And like even just with what's happening with us versus states, then it's a mess. It's all a mess. Is there anything new that I had on my phone that I could share? Oh, there's the video of Ellie's baby boy. Yeah, so this is what my room has been looking like since Monday. It looks like it's on fire, doesn't it? It's not on fire. It's just my lighting situation. Cozy, warm, beautiful. I know you can't really see those that well because of the detail, but yeah. That's basically what I've been up to. I've just been decorating and just trying to keep creative flow going regardless of everything that's been going on. And Eve, I don't know if you know, but my dad had a um had an appointment that he had to go to on Friday. Successful procedure and he's doing fine. He's feeling good. Just to, throw a song into things because that's, fun. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Coffee burp. Coffee and toast burp. Wish that there was a way that I could get rid of these, top fan things. I really don't care. I don't care who messages more than other people. So, but yeah, like that's basically where I've been at for most of it. Just been trying to. I'll have to have a look and leave a suggestion, but I love any of Jeff's songs. Yeah, it's great. Nice. Ready for autumn. Yes. Like, I'm just ready for the cooler weather. This hotter weather can just screw off. Like, I'm so done with it. Yeah, like it's kind of funny. Wait, you also call it fall? Yes. Yes, we call it fall. I don't call it autumn. I call it fall. But yes. And like, yeah, even with like the rebranding, like a lot of it has just been so difficult to do. Like, it's trying to be like, what do I put in my bio that like sums up everything? But then also what what sums it up, but then also what makes people realize that it's like, oh, okay, this is what you're doing. Oh, I get it. I get it. Great outcome. Yes. Yeah. So that's why it was a long week for me. And I know you relate to the party, but I got my hair cut yesterday. So shorter hair, great. Yeah, I was in that creative slump for so long, and it was just a pain in the ass because there was just so much that I wanted to do and so much that I wanted to get done. And I'm realizing that it's like the motivation and the consistency for it isn't there as much as it was before when I started doing this 3 years ago. Coming up 4 on the 13th of October. It'll be my 4th year of doing YouTube. So it's crazy when you think about it. But yeah, like, and it's just going to be sporadic. Like, I mean, I'm good with doing series, but I'm not good with the organization. So, could be podcast episode. I know this one that I'm currently working on is probably not, for sure, not going to come out in September unless if I work like a madman and get it done, but I doubt it. So do you have dramatic tree leaf color changes up there? I actually, like, where I'm at, I probably would say we do because we have like 70-foot tall poplar trees that, kind of line the A clove of where we're at. And then they're already starting to turn yellow. And they get very pretty when they're all yellow. But there's other places in my neck of the woods where you just go and you're like, I feel like I'm in Lord of the Rings right now. Like, it's just, there's green, there's yellows, there's oranges, there's reds, everything. As for music, I'm not a patron of Jeff's. The songs I love, I buy. Oh, okay, Eve. So, and most of the time, I usually stick to stuff that he's already released. Duh. Because if I don't, people will be after me for it. There's a good reason for that, and it's not monetary. It's true. And yeah, and I'm also a patron of Cesar because he has his own Patreon rather. So, and he's doing good stuff over there. He's doing great stuff over there. So, if you do have monetary purpose, or monetary means to do so, go support him. It's fun. The Discord server is fun. So, yeah. And, the more that I get to know Caesar, the more that I fall in love with him because he is just a sweetheart. Even when he does have a sty on his eye. And people asked him if he had named it. And he said pregnant. Because it was bumpy. Oh, it's not the reactor vid you did? Yeah, I mean, and a lot of people seem to be liking that one. Like, I check it momentarily, but mainly, like I was saying before, Eve, is that I have it set up to where there's an extension on my computer that blocks out viewership, likes, the rating for the likes, comments, whatever, because it's just like, it just makes it easier for me to not have a care about the views because then I get too invested in it. And then when I get too invested and then when it does poorly, then my entire creative endeavor just goes down the sink. Oh, Brandy's here. Hey, Brandy. You always show up. It's always great. So yeah, and that one was like a complete fluke too. Like I was like, I'll just, I'm bored. I'll see what happens. Like I'll just see what happens when it comes to like if people like what I'm doing or like my commentary or whatever. But people seem to like it. Like even fans who were fans of the Bass Gang were like mentioning to me like how good they are and how this was their best song and like I mean honestly for me I'm not a huge fan of the Bass Gang. Thank you, Brandy. It's probably because of the haircut. I got my hairs cut yesterday. Should I keep it kind of more like that? Shapes my face a little bit more? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. Oh, it was so irritating when my hairstylist was doing my hair because she had my bangs in front of my face. She trimmed them a little bit. She gave them a little bit of an inch off. And they were like right here. And one of them was resting like right on my nose and it was itching. Because as she's using like the hair dryer, it was blowing right on my face. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, I'm like, I don't want to sneeze. It's just the worst. No, ack. Yeah. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. But yeah, like um I'm not a fan of the Bass Gang. Like I respect them as artists. Don't get me wrong. And I respect their ability to arrange, their ability to edit, their ability to sing as well as they do. But it just becomes a lot when you have 4, 5 different bass singers all at once doing a certain thing. But I will say, I will give them credit for when they did oh Valhalla Calling with Big Brev. That one was pretty impressive. Like, that's kind of been the only one that I can get away from to listen to that it's like, okay, like, this is like, I see what you're going for here. I see what you're trying to do. But the rest of it is just like, like, I can go without listening to it, but that's just me. But no, when they used Jay on this one, it was fantastic. And it's like the guys have range. Don't get me wrong. Like Tommy can go to the basement and then all the way up to heaven at the same time. So, I mean, I will give credit where credit is due. And the cameos were great. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to say who is in it. But yeah, the cameo was great. Like, I mean, it kind of sucks because I hadn't watched the entire video, and then I had already seen the cameo before it was in the video itself. And I was like, oh, come on, guys, like, it just spoiled it for me. Eve, you don't like Peter Barber? Oh, Peter is such a sweet man. He is a very sweet man. And handsome. I will say that. He's handsome. But I've watched some of Peter's stuff too. When he reacts to um like when he's reacted to Jeff or when he's reacted to voice play. I love it. I absolutely love his stuff, and I like his reactions because he goes into detail of like each part, and he's not just like sitting there vibing out to the entire thing and like missing key points in the videos. Um but yeah, I mean he's a great guy. He's great. Um yeah, so there's Tommy, Peter, Bobby, and Armand. Is that all it is? There's 4 of them, right? I forget. But yeah, having Jay on that track was great. Was really great. And being able to see his baby, oh, so happy. I feel he will be nice to you if there's something for him to gain or learn. Oh. I mean, different strokes for different folks. That's all I can say. But yes. What else? What else has there been going on? I watched that. Oh, I have been astounded by Dan Vasc lately. That dude is a powerhouse of a singer. If you don't know who he is, go look him up. His name is Dan Vasc. Glatzhofer, yeah, Jennifer Glatzhofer. She's great. And is it Tara Simmons? She's also another reactor. I think she did an interview with Jeff. Yeah, Jennifer's great. Dan Vasc is, yes. I just recently watched his Number of the Beast cover, Iron Maiden. Bruce Dickinson himself would approve of that. I have never heard a more clear and robust vocal fry scream out of a man in my life in that capacity, knowing that it's like you're trying to cover Iron Maiden. It's ridiculous. And his cover of Amazing Grace always makes me cry every single time. But then again, like, Amazing Grace in any capacity makes me cry. And yeah, what did you guys think of Ring of Fire? I cried. They're just so cute together, those two. They're just so cute. I can't handle it. I love it when Mom and Daddy Jeff get together on a vid. That was weird. It made me leak. Wait, like leak from your eyes or leak from another area? Which one you talking about, Brandy? I'm just kidding. Yes, know who he is, but again, there are some songs I feel he should not sing, but he has a great rock voice. He does. And like, they're like, I think that goes for like a lot of metal or, singers that are out there that you just kind of I wasn't leaking from my nose. Oh, I don't know. Maybe you just had really bad allergies one day and you just decided to leak from your eyes as well as your nose and your entire face hole. That's fine. But yeah, like, there are just some singers that, you look at their covers or whatever and you're like, I see what you were trying to do, but maybe don't do that. Like, I don't know. But that might just be me being critical. Unless if you're like Caesar, you could cover almost anything and just make it 100 times better. Ring of Fire is beautiful. It is. And it's such an interesting concept too. Like, not as interesting as the first concept that they had, but it's still a very nice it's still a very nice concept regardless. I mean, I would have loved the first concept, but the second concept, I can see why they went with the second one. But it just gives me One Last Dance vibes from Us the Duo, 100%. And that's another song, if you ever want to have a good cry to, just watch One Last Dance, Us the Duo. They need to find a way to incorporate the first concept somewhere, somehow. Yeah, like I was thinking, like, Halloween based something or other. But I don't know. I don't know how they would go about it, and I don't know how they would feel like the internet would feel about it, because it's, kind of sign of the times that people don't necessarily agree with those types of concepts. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I have certain concepts that I'm working on that shadow certain things, and I don't know how it's going to perform. So it'd be hilarious. It would. But yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else new that was happening to me. Anything new, anything different. It's just, I don't know. I keep looking at my basket of laundry and I'm like, I know I need to fold you, but I don't want to. Okay, I don't know what the first concept was. You just ran into it repeatedly. I don't know what happened. So Eve, the first concept was that he was going to use Ring of Fire. But he was going to have him and Kathy act out like certain murderous concepts, that he was going to have clones of himself, and Kathy was just going to like kill him in repeated different ways of like committing the murder. And like he was just going to like come out of a closet and like she stabs him, or like he's gonna be, like, cutting vegetables in the kitchen, and he turns, and she stabs him. It's just but then they were like, "This isn't gonna work with Ring of Fire." So it's like, we have to use a different song for this. And it's like, like, I'm trying to think. It was all gonna be, like, different accidents that were gonna rely in, like, Jeff basically, like, dying in different and hilarious ways. And I'm like, I'm all for it because, I kind of like that gag humor. But it's like, I don't know if, like, he was to have a bunch of, like, fake blood bags and, like, stuff like that. I don't know if he'd have to censor it or whatever, but, I mean, who knows? He could always release it to Patreon, and we could just have it a as a perk, you know? I'd love that as a perk, to be perfectly honest with you. But, yeah, then they had to go with the second concept because they were like, "We don't wanna glorify murder." So it's like, it just doesn't seem like this would work. It just doesn't seem like it would work as well. So it's like, oh, but guys, come on. Would have loved that. I would have loved just for him to take it and, take it to Cell Block Tango from Chicago. And then he ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times. Because it would work. Because Kathy could be like his lover, and like Jeff could be the flirtatious kind of character that, just kind of, does a little bit of a thing. And then, Kathy just ends up killing him for random reasons. I mean, all accidental. But yeah, it was just. Well, I think that one of the concepts was that he was gonna have like a nail clean through his head from a nail gun, like, it was just like, "Oh my god, you guys, like, this is just it's funny." Well, I mean, they didn't have this one on the list, but, radioactive poisoning, should have been one of them. "Do you want mayo or mustard?" Whoops. "Babe, you stabbed me with a butter knife. It hurts." I mean, that would be the gimmick, like, he would get stabbed with, like, a butter knife. Because, like, it would just be something so simple, but yet, if you use a butter knife the wrong way, it can cut you. But yeah. Yeah, I think also one of the concepts was that she was just gonna have, like, a whole bunch of clones in a closet, then she was just gonna, like, pull one out after one dies. Like, it's like, "Oh, okay, that one's dead, so I'm just gonna pull out another one." I mean, it's a really good concept, and I like it, and Kathy liked it too, but then Jeff's like, I don't know." So, and plus, time limits, of course, because it's like, hiring cameraman and location and whatever else, you know, all that other stuff. She could just make a new one, like Golden Hour, exactly. And it's sad because it's like she doesn't have the apron anymore for the Tory maker, so they would have to come up with a different type of like thing for her to wear. But I do like the whole, dancing in slow motion thing. Yeah, it oh, I'm getting so many emails now. I might have to wrap this up here because I do have to answer to that one. That one that's more specific. Wherever the Jeff Clone machine lives. Exactly. Well, the Jeff Clone machine is just a whole crap ton of rendering and enough tetrabytes of a external hard drive that gets synced to Backblaze every single time. Pardon me. So yeah, what else have I talked about? I've talked about the reboot. I've talked about what to expect from the channel. I've asked for suggestions. Talked about other things. And yeah, I think I'm just happy to, start September with more ideas in mind. And it's just all a matter of me working on them, is the thing. So yeah, I've sent a few of my clones to the greener pastures. Yeah, I wish I had clones. Damn, it would make housekeeping so much easier. As long as I had one that could take care of the laundry and then I could focus on the cleaning, I'd be done by like noon and then I could just go home. So, ugh, my shoulder is itchy. So, I think after this, I'm gonna answer that email and then look at the other email that I just received and then probably go for a shower because this is not helping me at all. See, my all clones have ADHD like me. We get nothing done. Exactly. I mean, I'm under the umbrella for ADHD, but as I showed in another video or a random ramble, got this beautiful, beautiful thing. It was off of Amazon. Best $60 that I could have ever spent. But it has everything. Everything from your goals to project list, a paralysis plan. So, like, if you're ever in that ADHD paralysis, you can just easily be like, "Oh, this is what's happening. Like, this is what's keeping me from not getting stuff done, and then what am I going to do to fix that? Like, what puts me in a mood to get me more productive, type of thing." Then, like, how do I get stuck? How do I get unstuck? And there's weekly reviews and preparation for the week ahead. And then, like, you can easily schedule all your stuff out. Hang on a sec. Let me find a blank schedule here. I should probably move that to Sunday. Oh, I'll have to fill that out too. So, yeah. I don't know if you can see that. But, like, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then there's, like, you can brain dump for the week. So yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. And then for for Monday, you can write down your daily big 3 other tasks, your chores, if you're taking your vitamins, if you've done your morning routine. You can time block stuff, affirmation notes, and then your accomplishments. Then you can kind of look back on those and be like, hey, I did something. So yeah, I find it's very useful. I mean, not all the time do I feel in every day of the week, but it's better than nothing at all, type of thing. Well, it's better than the other system that I had. I was just going by what was in my head, and that's always a bad idea because then everything gets lost. Again, very nice to see you on Discord. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun over there. I like it. It's just there are certain people that are on that platform that I'd rather do without. But that's life. You're going to come across people that you're not going to like, whether it be online or just in total. Ugh, exactly, Brandy. Yeah. But thank God for the block button. It helps immensely. So, yeah, I think that about sums it up, guys. Don't have anything else to say. If you got any last minute questions or anything that you can suggest for me, share it now. I'll wait. I'll give you guys time. Do dee do dee dee doo dee doo. Do dee doo dee doo dee 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 doo. More commentary. More commentary? You want more commentary? That's the funny thing. Before I even thought about doing a YouTube channel, kind of like off and on professionally, I would commentate on video games that I used to play. I did. And I don't even know if I can I show you my crappy little camera that I had when I was doing those? Hold on a tick. You're gonna look at my bum again. There we go. Yeah, this was the camera that I was filming it on. I had no tripod. I had nothing. And like, this is talking. Like, look at how tiny this thing is. But it was the best camera that I'd ever gotten for Christmas in my life. It was like the best Christmas present, and I have it to this day. And I'm thinking, God, how? Let me look. Sony's Cybershot. I don't even know the model of this thing. It's digital still camera. Model DSC 3550. Sony Cybershot. DSC W 350. Yeah, like it was just a point and shoot. Because, like, I don't even know how old this dates back. So, 20. Wait, hang on. How many kilobytes is this? I don't even think it says. But yeah, it was just one of those ones where it was just like, oh my God, like this thing, like, I remember seeing this thing in the store and I was crazy about it because it was just like, I just want a camera. That was just great. So, absolutely just ignore. Have a great week / month. Need to thank Elevator Music. Busy with supper, so multitasking. Multitasking is fun, but only if you really know what you're multitasking in. So, yeah, like I have no idea how old this thing is. It's old. And like just to get it in color was probably an even more of an expense because there was the red one that I really wanted, but I went with the blue. So, yeah, I was very, very happy about that. Okay, just allow all. Let me look. My God, okay. It was not 2009. There's no way this thing is 2009. I mean, if it is, I mean, that's great. But if it isn't, that's, that's just crazy. But yeah, if it is, like, because, like, I used to have VHS tapes. Like, I used to have a table and then VHS tapes. And then I would just stack those up to where it would record my screen because I didn't understand webcams and I didn't understand, um, like picture in picture recording as of just yet. So then I would just take like numerous and numerous videos that were like 10 minutes long and just post them as I played through the game. It was a pain in the ass and like I didn't know editing, I didn't know nothing. So it was just like there was no microphone, there was no nothing. Like there was just the camera and myself. Just the camera was here and I was like back here talking through the camera or at the back of the camera because that was just how I would do the playthrough. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe I might take that up again. Who knows? Again, random. So, it's like, don't expect anything. Which Christmas did you get it? I was young at the time. I was probably maybe 12, 13. So, it might have been 2009. Because how old am I now? I'm 31. So let me do the math. Let me do the math real quick here. So 20, 25. 2009, I would have been around 16. So possibly, somewhere in there. But yeah, I feel old now. Feel old knowing that I was so young and silly when I was doing those types of things. Well, mainly because I had gotten inspired by somebody else who was doing commentary on videos, so I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to just sit behind a camera, play a video game, and then talk about it, you know? But then I was like so scared to like upload it to the YouTube because I was like, I don't know what YouTube is, and I don't know, I don't know anything about it, right? So I didn't take that chance. But that's how it goes. Maybe I might take it up again. Who knows? I was 24. Yeah. I miss my 20s. I was using my webcam to record myself singing on YouTube. It was terrible. Depending on the webcam and depending on the microphone, it can suck. There was, oh my god, there was videos that a friend and I had taken, and they're on her Facebook page. This was back in high school, and we were lip syncing to Disney songs. Like, we would lip sync to I Won't Say I'm in Love from Hercules. Oh god, which other ones did we do? Well, we also tried to do kind of like a non-emotional version of Because of You by Kelly Clarkson and Reba McEntire, but we couldn't get through it without crying because it was so emotional for both of us to do. So, yeah, we did a couple of Reba McEntire songs. Um, True to Your Heart from Mulan. Like, and like, I'm looking at myself and I'm going, oh my god, like, it was ridiculous. So, Oodle's older than you. Well, I feel old. So yeah, um, I think that about wraps it up for today. Don't know what I'm gonna do after this. Well, I said that I was gonna go shower, so might have lunch first. Who knows? I had breakfast late, but who knows? My motto is I'm not going to describe to old until I'm 85. That's true. I mean, even like being in your 70s, it's like middle ground, but that's a long way away. It is. I mean, even for myself, it's like I like sometimes I feel old, but it's like I know that I'm not old until long after that. Okay. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Expect nothing is all I can say. And, of course, if you feel up to giving me a suggestion, hit me up either on Instagram, in the comments, um, Facebook, Blue Sky, Threads, wherever, even Patreon for those of you who follow me there, or Discord, whichever. Um, you know where to find me. I'm in the places. So enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye. End stream.